Greetings, listeners, and welcome to Troublesome Conversationalist, otherwise known as TC Talks. I'm here joined by my pals, Devin, John, and Skye. We're here to talk about, well, kind of just whatever. So, how are you guys' days going?
That's cool. I just got my ass whooped.
I think Devin just choked on something there.
No, there goes the PG-13 out the window.
I don't
just
care.
Inhaled water, my bad. I just inhaled water. That sucked.
Anyways, so if we're going to keep pressing this on, if this is the final cut.
That's fine.
So, personally, I'm doing good. Thanks for.
I was going to say that I got my ass kicked a couple times in Magic the Gathering.
You could totally hear.
Oh,
John
you know it.
fucking
You
shit
got your
back.
ass kicked in Magic?
Can you total it? I'll put it down.
How did you get your ass kicked in Magic? You kicked
I'll tell
our
you.
asses in it.
Well, let me tell you how. He thought he could go against Edgar Markov, and well, no.
Could you dumb it down for someone who hasn't played since high school? Because I lost my fucking deck.
He
That sounds
thought
like a
that
personal
he thought that a Street Fighter could stand up against a Vampire Lord.
Dude, honestly, I still believe in Ken.
Alex?
What's up?
Was
Nobody
that
gets-
some... Okay, I'm not even gonna question why you have that big of a bottle
Kool-Aid?
for
Yeah,
it.
no, honestly.
It's just
got
spicy
Kool-Aid.
water.
It's just
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
dude, that's like good water.
Your definition of spicy water is different than mine. I call spicy water angry water, which is the code word for tonic and club soda because they both suck.
I guess we should kind of like come back a little
Realistically?
bit. So, for those who don't know us, my name's Devin.
Yeah, that's all you're getting out of him.
We're doing
That's the only
introductions in
introduction
this.
you get. Only introduction you get is he's Devin.
Yeah.
I like how you
No.
pointed.
So I'm Devin. I'm colorblind. Yeah, I'm currently studying computer science, and these are my boys right here.
He's currently flunking the class.
Not yet. It's too early in the semester to fail yet.
Honestly, true. If you were flunking, I'd be very disappointed.
John, you want to go next?
All right, sure. Since you already just spilled out my name to the world to hear. I don't know.
No, sorry. His name's Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
Roger,
Anyways,
Roger.
my name's John. I'm not currently studying for computer science, although it is something I wouldn't mind dabbling in. I don't know how else I should introduce myself.
No, I mean,
What
that's
is it?
fair. You don't have to, like, spill all the beans. You can spill 5
I like to keep like some beans, you know.
mysterious
Keep
beans.
some spoilers for later, you know.
And you guys will figure you'll figure me out when we get there.
Skye?
We all look up to you, man. That's for sure.
Already.
I have to be one.
I wasn't expecting one here. I thought you were going to put it in the group chat. Derp. Goodness gracious. Hi, I'm Skye. I like to write stories. I am also colorblind, though I learned that out in like senior year. I start over words because I'm not good with them despite writing stories. And I like to play games, and I'm just trying to figure my way through life.
Well said. Well said. I feel
Yeah,
like that's most of us these days.
That is fair. That is fair. I'm
What,
sure
you think I was
everybody's
gonna
guessed
bring
by
up
now.
that I was a furry.
Ouch.
Anyway.
But true.
Well, that cat's out of the bag.
Ah!
Hey, Lamau, it happened. You did the thing. I actually got to turn you guys up now that I think about it. I'm
That's
stupid.
fine. That's fine.
Now everybody's gonna be expecting all the puns out of me. Realistically, I'd love for us. I'm not the pun master.
You guys are both the joke and pun masters. Devin and I are the ones who can't make jokes.
Devin gets there
Dude,
sometimes.
I'm like the worst with jokes. I feel like when I make a joke, it's something that's played off of someone else.
It's called
or
dry
it's like
humor.
really, you know.
It's really,
non-PG.
You
It's
know,
really not. I'm going back to the
go back to the chips.
I'm going
But
back to the water.
What
I'm
chips are
sure
those
everybody's guessed by now, or at least listening ones.
better made, red hot.
Bro,
cheese
John, I'm
flavor.
gonna stab you.
Ask him about the chips. Calm down.
My name is Alex. I'm an aspiring actor because reasons. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you. Thank
we
you
go.
so much for letting me have my turn, my friends. My very
no problem.
close friends who
He-
care
he's
oh
just an
so
aspiring-
much.
He's an aspiring actor because
But
I'm
seriously.
better than him, and he just wants to be better than me for once.
It's okay.
All seriousness, though, Alex
Realistically,
is like,
him saying that he was gonna brutally mutilate someone else, that was acting.
Right. See?
That's all that was.
Already in character. I need more alcohol.
I'd have some too, but I don't want to get up right
You
now.
mean spicy water?
Yeah.
Alex is also an inspiring alcoholic.
Workaholic.
Yeah. Well, so it's workaholic. Part work, part alcoholic.
Hey.
Do not
No,
drink.
but seriously,
and drive.
Alex is like
Drink and have
the
fun, though.
best actor out of all of us here. He can do accents, impressions, the whole 9 yards, and
I
he's
don't know,
going
man.
to go far.
I did the Nutcracker in high school. I was the best toy soldier you've ever seen.
That's because you were the only one in JOTC and you had to teach everybody to march?
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, really? I didn't see the Nutcracker.
Hey, you know what, Skye? Me and you.
Oh
too.
yeah, that's how that went.
We got
You
to put on
used-
makeup, though.
So you're telling me the drill practice you and I learned from JRTC, you had to teach for a play. How well did
Yeah.
that go?
It actually went a little bit better than I thought it was going to.
Really?
Mostly because Donald at least knew how to listen. But outside of
Dude,
that,
that's a whole nother topic. We could have an whole episode on him.
Yeah, anybody from our high school who listens to this going, that son of a bitch.
oh shoot, you're right. I meant DJ.
Oh, it's a cat
now, essentially.
The
All right,
ducks.
I'm gonna look him
you'll
up on
never-
Facebook. You know, related friends. Oh, this guy.
I don't even think I think he still has me blocked on Facebook, honestly.
Dude, it would.
Oh well.
We gonna bring up
Okay.
drama, all right? Let's not friends. We're all pals
okay.
here. The world is perfect. Nothing could go wrong.
I feel like you need to knock on wood for that, Alex. I think you're gonna jinx us.
Refuses to knock on wood.
What do you mean I'm the wrong?
What?
Nothing.
Bro.
It's the little bit of high.
Skye, you remember that
in the audio?
You know,
It's a little
the
bit of
thing about like
high-pitchness
Rick and
in the
Morty,
audio.
and you're like, what do you mean I'm the wrong?
Oh my god. Okay, so for those of you guys
We
that
probably shouldn't
Wait,
bring
wait,
this
wait,
up.
wait, wait.
Episode 1.
We'll save that story for
it
a
is
later
a
day.
joke, and I'm pretty sure the creators would do the exact same thing, though. You can't lie about that. They probably would make the same joke.
I don't.
That
I
is
don't really get
fair.
started with it.
Still something that I think we might want to save for a later date.
Yeah, probably.
Speaking of saving things for a later date, one thing I did want to talk about is, Devin, you said you had a Fallout plan?
Oh,
Wait, what?
yeah.
When did he say this?
Oh, you weren't
Okay,
there for
okay.
that date.
So yes,
Oh,
a
right,
Fallout
I understand
plan. Realistically, this Fallout plan involves nuclear fallout, not any kind of apocalyptic, So for those who don't know, fallout is usually something that happens after the impact of a nuclear blast. A little bit of background about myself: I'm in the Army National Guard. I talk about things like that, and yeah, I've heard a couple rumors just from friends. Nothing actually true. Just talk back and forth. Someone asked me the other day, "Do we have any chances of a nuclear fallout?" And I was like, you know what? If we did, I probably wouldn't be around here anymore. They were like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And I was like, well, chances are, if something like that happens, I've already got a list of places I'm going to go. So currently here in Florida, I'm going to make my way all the way up to the north. I'm gonna pick up all the people that I need along the way. The big stops are Georgia, Carolina, I believe it is, and all the way up to Michigan. And then from there, I'm going to be pulling up in my armored cruiser, picking up all the batteries we can, because God knows those aren't going to work anymore, but we might want them. Who knows? That might be the new currency. And I'm going to toss some of my boys good old M4 along the way just for protection. We're not going to have any ammunition, because realistically, it's all going to burst as soon as that nuclear blast hits.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
So
I thought you
it's
said
all
you were
for
gonna
one.
toss us batteries.
Oh yeah, no.
Can I
That's what I'm
just
saying.
say, the second you mentioned Florida and National Guard, I'm thinking, well, looks like someone's going to be instantly tracking him down, just like, oh, what in Florida? What installations?
Anyway, so I pick up all the guys. I toss them our basically stage M4s, because, like I said, there's not going to be any ammunition afterwards, assuming that it hasn't been picked up by rioters, looters, or even just taken up by the blast. And we're gonna go and cross the border into Canada.
What?
John, that's
Hey,
so
God.
loud.
God, what are you doing?
Actually, I think most of you
He's
know,
stocking up for he's stocking up for the
Realistically,
fallout.
Is he about to bust out his bow?
Oh my God, when
Yeah.
did you get a bow?
Okay, so realistically, here's a story. So, I actually got it at a yard sale for way cheaper than I deserved. Shit, I shouldn't even open this thing up.
It's not like anyone's going to see the video, so...
That's fair. I just wanted to crack it open because I felt like cracking it open.
What, like a cold beer there, bud? Who
I'll be
just
right
opens
back.
up a thing with, what's it called? A bow, and goes, oh yes, I just felt
But
like
as far
cracking
as
this
the,
open, this
as
weapon
far as
with ammunition.
that's the kind of arrows in here.
Well, that's the general basis of my follow-up plan. I did want to ask, what do you guys have if we were to enter a plan like this?
Realistically, I'm totally down with the picking me up thing. I'm just totally bringing this baby. We'll figure something out.
He's like, no thanks on the M4. I have a bow and arrow.
See, yours is more
Realistically,
realistically.
I would
yours
rather
will
have a
work.
live weapon than a not live weapon.
That's why I said the M4s are kind of for stage. Honestly, if I'm picking up Alex over here, like, then I know I'm good. It's all acting.
Realistically,
It's all acting.
Here's why you
realist-
should give us your supplies and rot and die.
realistically, if for some reason Fallout were to happen, I agree with what Devin said. I would not be in the state at any single point in time. I would go to an entirely different one and hope that that one isn't striked.
So where are we retreating to? I guess is the real question.
I said cross the border into Canada, assuming that it's outside of the blast zone.
Ooh.
So
Where
you're
they're
assuming
being
that the
launched.
U.S. is the one that got bombed.
Yes.
Which would make the most logical sense, I feel like.
And once
Um,
once you've gotten up to Michigan, then, well, Canada's right there, and it's better than, it'd be different if you went from, like, Michigan to Florida, then you'd be like, Mexico, here we go, or something.
well,
You're
my
right. See,
my
that's
thing was
why I have
more
to work
so-
my way up, not down.
Okay, arguably,
If I was in solo, I'd work my way down.
if I had to pick between Mexico and Canada,
You're right.
I mean, don't get me
Right.
wrong. I'm totally down for some burritos and whatever else I got down there.
my thing was more so I'd be going to like a different continent altogether, neither Canada or Mexico, because realistically
this guy?
speaking,
What's your plan?
go
I
to
get
a
it.
Skye, you realize if something bombs us, odds are we're seeing it in the air and bombing back. So, like, it's probably unless you're like Australia.
My big thing.
I
right?
was going to say Australia because
my big
feel
thing
like that would be
is
a
that
safe place
I'm
go to.
assuming that if we ever got hit, that we wouldn't have that kind of ability to just pick up and leave to a new country or whatever.
I also agree with
That's
that.
fair.
I also feel like
Because realistically, when a nuclear blast hits, you deal with the EMP, afterwards that shuts down all electronics. That's why I said batteries, because with any luck, they will be shielded from the blast, and that'll probably be our only source of electricity.
Faraday cage.
Actually, I know a cheap, efficient. Okay, I say cheap like it actually is. There is a way to protect electronics from EMPs. One of them being actually microwaves. So if you actually get like whatever important thing you need, you put it in a microwave, close it, maybe bury it if you want to. Those things are actually like have EMP protection for sake of food. So like you put a computer or your phone in there, close it, EMP happens, you bust it out, it should be fine, assuming the satellites are also intact.
Right. And again, this is just me assuming that stuff isn't, but
right.
Another
with
way is a
that,
Faraday cage. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I can pull something
never
up
heard
real
of it.
fast about it.
Ooh.
Okie dokie, give me a quick second here to pull that up, because I cannot do it justice in trying to explain it by memory alone.
See, now
So-
I want you to just do it.
You said it's a what cage?
Faraday. It basically blocks
Faraday?
electromagnetic fields. So while your phone wouldn't work in there, and certain electronics won't, it blocks any others from getting in there as well. Meaning, hypothetically, if you have a really good Faraday cage, it could possibly stop an EMP. I say possibly because there's probably a few more components that would be needed to truly wipe out the effects of an EMP, but a Faraday cage is likely one of the best ways to keep electronics surviving, unless you use a microwave like Alex had said.
Where do you pick up one of these?
A Faraday cage? Well, I mean, technically you can construct it, but
Some of
there's
them look like
multiple ways of doing it.
some of them look like bird houses.
Dude,
Well, I mean,
honestly, that's what it sounds
a
like.
literal
when I hear
cage. It's a literal cage. I wasn't lying when I said that. It was
Yeah,
more so
I mean,
came up with, I believe, to like stop electricity from striking people, but people are now
Yeah, I mean-
saying that it can stop with EMPs because it is technically an electronic blast. It just wipes out anything else electronic as well. So it could technically diffuse it. I think the real risk would be probably cell phones because of how we'd have to find a way to really shield them without them getting fried if they make direct contact with the sides of the cage, but
We'll turn to radios.
dude, honestly, like maybe.
I'm down.
But yeah, I'm assuming that the armored vehicles that we currently use would be able to withstand, or at least be somewhat shielded from that effect, and that I would be able to commandeer one legally.
There's a sign out sheet that says, I owe you one vehicle.
Oh yeah, literally, that's it.
God, it's
That's-
just
that's
like
the
going
legality
into the
here.
armory and like being like, "Hi, I know I'm in the armory right now. I'd like to sign out one of your armored vehicles, please, for room with 5 or 6 people. Thank
Bro,
you.
they would.
I'll just
they would
return
sit
it
there.
on this date here."
They would
Honestly,
sit
like-
there and they would look at me like I'm crazy, and I'd be like, "It's okay, I'll return it. I promise. I'll sign the waiver." I mean, I
ahead.
signed one contract. What's another one?
I could
He's
only
nodding,
imagine
bro.
that you like sign it out and everything. You eventually go to return it, and the place is just gone.
Honestly,
Oh.
like realistically, I can't sign out things like that. I can sign out my M4. I can't sign out things like that.
Not with your
If-
current clearance.
Right. Like even though I do technically have a good clearance, it's not that high to be effective in that range. It's the only way I can phrase that.
Just go beg and plead your sergeant.
Yeah, right. I need it, please.
Talking to sergeant is really intimidating. Like, oh my goodness, like the first sergeants and like sergeant first class in GRTC. Oh my god, I was so nervous to ask them anything. Especially like the last one we had before we graduated. Jeez Louise, I did not want to talk to him because I felt like he was going to rip my throat out.
Me asking the sergeant for something. But what if? Yes.
I won't
But
say
yes.
I won't say any names, and I won't say why, but he actually got fired for a pretty bad reason.
Oh, geez, what happened?
He works at
Actually,
He
I'd
said
like
he
to know
wasn't
this.
gonna
Just that I
say
won't
why, and this guy's like, "Damn, that sucks. Why though?"
So Skye, what you don't know is your
Just
fears.
DM me it. Don't
Um,
say it on the podcast. Just DM me it. I'll read that because what's it called again? Not gonna.
I'll write it in the chat, and we'll talk about that like after.
Yes,
Read
please
it
put it in the
out
group
loud.
chat. No, I don't want us being like
Podcast?
sniped in the middle of the day, John. No, thank you. I like my life, even though it's not going anywhere. I'd rather not get sniped from a distance and then have radio chair going, target eliminated.
And you showed up in your first podcast. You know.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
just
you showed
replace
up-
you with somebody else. It's fine.
We got to start you. You're a side
I
character.
sent it into our chat, so you guys
Thank
can look
you.
at it.
What staff?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That is a discussion for away from the podcast. Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
discussion, I actually had a little something I wanted to bring up here.
Go for it.
Is it the end of the world? Because if not, I don't want to hear it.
It's the end.
Okay, I
of
guess
the
John doesn't
world.
want to hear it then.
Dude, he just disconnects on Discord.
Don't tell me. I will.
Don't tell me.
See, John would, but not before kicking Skye from the call.
Okay, so a bit of context here. This jerk decides to kick me multiple times before we start, and I bet he's probably ready to do it again if I say something else. So I'm
Look,
gonna
keep
stop.
holding my hands. My hands are right here.
Eating chips. Because what else do you do?
He probably has the mouse cursor over it, like the second my hand is free, I'm gonna tap.
Cuts out.
Did he just get server muted?
Bro,
That's hilarious.
not even.
My hands are here. Didn't touch it. That's not me.
Me.
I'm, no.
Oh. Okay.
he's,
Alcohol.
he's having a very enjoyable discussion with his
Hands are up
soda.
here. Hey, guys.
So,
So what were you going to say, Skye?
what was this discussion?
I was going to talk about how, you know how games have like little trials, right? These spur of the moment trials where it's like, you have to jump into this and you don't get, like, explain what to do and you just gotta figure it out by the moment, and if you don't, you make a mistake, right?
Like the ads? Or...
Like Elden Ring?
I haven't played
Accurate.
Elden Ring, but I will say yes, just because I hear it a lot.
It's not even like a game where you get a tutorial as much as it is like a game where you just get into a boss fight.
Dude, I haven't played it either, but I just know like 99% of players die to the first boss fight, and the only people who have beat it are starting their second or third playthrough and have already practiced said boss fight.
Well, then, yeah, I guess kind of like that.
Yeah, like I said, it's not even a tutorial intro; it's a boss fight intro, and you're like, "What?"
Welcome to
Anyways.
Die.
Anyways, Skye. You know how you got those games with the tutorials that just kind of throw you in it? What about it?
So, I was thinking, there are a few things kind of like that we face constantly here. And one of them is dealing with people while you're working.
Okay.
Wait, how does that have anything to do with this?
Yeah, honestly.
He's like, I'm talking about the board game life. Working? Real things? Man, such a hassle.
Yeah, I know, it sounds fucking silly and weird, but I have a specific thing about it. We're told, oh, you have to use this and use that. But then when it comes to an actual serious thing, it's like, huh? Hi, Alex, I can see you doing the thing.
Dude, honestly.
That wasn't meant for you, but
Let's
thanks for watching.
Let's go. Me and you.
All right, let's do it. Bet. All right, let's load it up. Let's do the thing, I guess.
Oh, here, let
Always
me one up you, John.
Ooh, I have the red one. The red one's actually really good. Context, we're showing off controllers right now, and Alex just showed off the really sleek-looking black DualSense controller. I have the cosmic red one.
Anyway, so people talking while you work. Problem? Probably. Unless you're...
Not talking, encountering people while working.
Are you
'Cause they
talking
can
like
be
customer
dicks.
service?
Do you work for
Yes.
customer service, John?
Yeah. Excuse me, John.
I'm sorry.
You didn't even tell us
John
what it
just said, "Do you work in customer service, John?" You would know. Yeah.
Honestly,
My guy.
I wouldn't believe it. Me
I don't know what he does.
neither.
You
What do you
don't pay
do?
attention to the group chat?
I don't think he
No,
pays
not
attention
really.
to himself half the
You,
time.
you,
Face
I thought it
palm.
was obvious I didn't pay attention to the group chat.
Face palm.
Uh,
I don't know, Alex, do I pay attention to the group chat at all?
This is the first John's hearing of most information.
I don't know, Devin. Do you
Me
think I
too.
paid attention
He's
to the chat?
the guy in like the cave allegory who's just like, whoa, so much info, guys. It's different out there.
Sorry, what'd you say, John? I
Anyways.
wasn't paying attention.
Exactly. Me too.
Anyway.
So, Skye, you're freaking out like this is new information to me, or old information that I should have well known, but I didn't know. So we're setting the scene here, and you know our dear viewers don't know either. So
Yeah,
I'm
because they're
asking for
watching us with their ears.
They're not in the group chat, so I'm asking on their behalf. And my
Watching
behalf.
us with their ears. That is
Dude, you
that's
know,
just a half, Alex.
So
John, you're borderline asking on my behalf too. I appreciate
you know,
it.
I'm asking on everybody's behalf.
Not mine. I'm like one of the few people that like
So-
regularly fucking look at shit.
So,
Yeah.
Skye,
Fair enough.
you
I
don't need
can't
to
say
tell
the
us
same
what,
thing.
but for context, you do work customer service.
Yes.
Okay.
I
For
have
context,
over a
you're
year's
not the
worth in
customer.
Retail.
Ooh, that's fair.
Yes, for context, I have worked in customer service before. I've worked in retail for over a year's worth of experience, and I do have experience at multiple different stores and even a couple of months in food service.
Proud of you.
So that is the context needed here. And they say you have to put on like the biggest smile and act all professional. It doesn't really translate to work at all. It really doesn't, because oh my god, it's so crazy. And I have a specific story for it.
Every day's a
boy.
great day here
Customer
at
service
Insert
jobs
Food
are-
Place here.
service.
Okay, so this was back when I was working for a fast food restaurant, of which shall not be named, because I don't want to be straked with a lawsuit. Lawsuits are bad, people. Don't get into one. Anyways, this was a really busy day at the fast food restaurant, and this was back when I was in like I think 11th grade. So it's been quite a while. And if you've ever worked in fast food, you know when it is dinner rush or lunch rush, there's one priority, and you would think it's the front of the store, but nope, it's actually drive-through. You gotta get the drive-through out as quick as possible, and
I've
that
picked up
causes
on that.
problems. You think
In,
that
in my little bit of time, I've picked up on that.
Yeah. And it's because of how there are metrics involved and everything. I'm not going to get into specifics, but I was working as a cashier at that day. And if you know anything about cashiers, it's just simple. You bring up the order, take the money, try to get the assembled food put on the tray or bag and give it to them. And my orders weren't getting done. I had angry customers waiting for their food. I had food not getting done, and I was constantly asked, hey, is this thing done? Or, hey, can I get help? But nothing was happening, and then, because the back was also slow, the manager just made all of us stop working and angrily shouted at everyone, hey, get your stuff together. Turns to me and was like, hey, guess what? You, right there, who's working cashier. You've been working here for a month. You should know how to do your job, because it's been a month. Get to work. And I swear, I thought the angry customers were going to agree. But they didn't. A bunch of them actually walked out because of it and defended me, and I'm like, huh? They just straight up walked out, despite having paid their food.
Congratulations,
stuff
Skye.
ever.
You lost customers.
And honestly, Skye, I would fire you too.
Honestly, yeah. If I was your boss, I'd be like, you know what? Those customers are walking out because of you. You can go walk out with them.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
I would be a different kind of boss. I'd be like, Skye, we need more people like you. They paid for their food, didn't get their food, and was content on leaving?
You know what?
What a
That's
business
fair.
model.
That is a
What a
argument to be
business
made.
model.
No, it's like the craziest thing. I thought that them, like, at that time, even though they were supporting me and said, hey, it's not his fault that you guys aren't getting the meals out, I thought for sure because of that, oh god, I'm getting fired for this because they didn't agree with the manager and they are leaving without their food.
Skye,
But
you were
nothing
promoted to
happens.
customer.
Just like, hey, come into the back for a second. I'm promoting you to customer. Give me your apron and get out.
I get to keep my benefits.
Bro, you work
Yeah,
fast food.
okay.
What benefits you think you got?
Actually, realistically,
okay.
I feel like fast food's been offering some crazy benefits lately.
In my restaurant.
Hold that thought, Devin. In all fairness, Skye, I'm pretty sure this was 11th grade. This was like 5 years ago.
That's
yes, and
fair.
I remember it that clearly because of how it was
Pre-pandemic.
Yes, I know, and it's that crazy that I remember it that clearly because it was something I never expected to happen at all because I've heard so many bad things about fast food. That was not something I thought would ever happen.
I almost did, but we'll put a pin on me and go back to Devin.
Yes.
Well, in my experience, I actually got hit with a super generous benefits plan. Not even one that started like a month in. Like they offered it to me like right off the bat, and I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." All I had to do was like fill out a couple forms, and all of a sudden I had dental, health insurance, I had free Spotify for those who know where that comes from. Congrats.
You worked
Yeah.
fast food, Devin?
Yes, technically.
Technically?
Hold on.
Technically,
Wait,
yes.
I think
Which
I
is
know
really
what you're
bad
talking
because
about.
I actually don't. I'm not a person who likes to work jobs like that, but it was one that I was willing to settle for.
I don't
Alright.
think
So-
anyone likes to work a job like that.
I
Yeah, I was
almost
about to say, does anybody just enjoy working fast food?
did. Probably
Imagine
not.
someone
In the-
walking into a restaurant and being like, "Oh boy, I can't wait to get berated by customers." Yeah.
Air fan
Berated.
mail or whatever we set up.
Sounds like
Session,
you
I don't
started
know.
a movement.
You
Scott.
should
I
let
don't
us
what you're
know
talking
if
about,
you enjoy
berated.
working fast food.
In all fairness,
Sorry,
I feel like if you work
one more
fast
time?
food, you're not dealing with the customers. You're corporate or some shit. That's like, wow, this store, just do better. I did my job.
For the record, we don't believe that all businesses are like that. It's
100%. We do not believe all businesses are like that. And like, I almost took up a second job at fast food. And then my current job was like, yeah, the person we hired before you quit, so reapply, get the job. I was like, say no more.
Say less. Work, no application. I'm down.
That's about how it went when I first tried to apply at my current job.
Devin, the way you said no apply, for like the way you said that just reminded me of like a car salesperson. It's like no money down type of stuff.
Devin would be a great car salesman, but he'd also be a terrible one because he would isolate like potential buyers. He'd be like, "What are you doing with your life? Just buy the car."
Devin, sell me a card right now. Sell me a card.
So realistically, if I were to be a car salesman,
You are. Sell me a card.
okay.
The guy who walks
So-
not even 2 minutes to work.
So I see someone like you. I come up to you. I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's your day? I see you're looking for a vehicle. And
Oh, yeah, I am looking for a vehicle. Sure.
In all fairness, that is the reason John, the customer, would be at a car dealership is to buy a vehicle.
yeah.
Of course.
Okay. What kind of make and model are you into? Are you looking for something fast? Looking for something spicy? Maybe a little something to cruise in?
Je ne sais quoi.
Maybe all three.
Maybe all three. I'll tell you
Maybe
what.
all three.
I have
I'm gonna
this
tell you right now,
really-
John does not have that money for his job.
I'll tell you what's your market looking like? How much do you carry on you?
Pulls
On the
out
average
$5 bill. Not
On
this
the average
much.
day, how much do you keep on you?
Realistically,
Check's
Not
bank
a lot.
account.
Not a lot.
Checks bank
I'll
account.
tell you what. If you want to keep that not a lot, and you want to make it last, I'll tell you what. I have a niche Honda Civic right here.
There you go.
You sell your girlfriend's car?
Anyway, now they know that what she drives. No, but
I'll tell
I
you
totally
what,
forgot what kind of car she drove,
it's
so I was just
cheap.
like,
It's affordable. It's cheap. It's affordable. It is great on gas, and I'll let you in on something even better. The parts are really easy to replace. If anything ever did come up, you could probably keep that vehicle in your life for years to come.
you're
$3
still
when you
gone
deliver it.
till you die, bro.
$3
All
when
right.
you deliver it. Gotta go.
$3 and I deliver it.
And you deliver it.
Hey, all you said is I had to sell a car. Deal.
There we go.
You cost the dealership thousands of dollars, but you're like, hey, whatever, I sold my buddy a car. Contract
Hey,
binding.
You told me to sell the car. You didn't tell me I had to get a good price for the car.
Bro, that'd be the ultimate, like, move. Is like, you get a job at a car dealership, and then you just screw them over, sell your buddy a car for real cheap, binding contract, and just, worse, you get fired.
Worst, you get fired. At best, you get fired and their stock market goes down, so you buy into their stocks.
Buy the dip, buy the dip.
Oh, goodness gracious.
No, that's how you get some legal trouble.
They
feel
fired
like out
me.
of
I'm
all
no
of-
longer a part of that company.
I am no longer with it.
Out of all of us, I think Alex would be the best, like, salesman person, but for people to do infomercials, I feel like all of us could probably do something to make it a really good infomercial.
My
No, but
dumbass.
I think
What?
that scene captured pretty well like what people mean when they say like I'd be good and I'd be bad at the same time.
My dumbass would probably talk people out of buying a car.
No.
Be like, well, if you really don't want to pay this much for it, then walk. Like, honestly.
What
Good
can I
for
get
you,
with a
it
credit
has-
score of 120? You can get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I love that.
It's like the person whose, like, specific job is to walk up to people who are like, well, I want to do something with this, and they're like, oh, you want to do something with this? No. The thing you can do with this is leave, go down to McDonald's, and get yourself a meal. Other than that, though,
Get
Get
yourself
out.
a Big Mac.
I would be great for, like, being the pre-approved guy. I'd be like, okay, so you got a credit score of 650? We can work with that. We can work with that. If you get a car within this range, we could probably do this down payment with this monthly payment. Doesn't sound good? Alright, we'll rework it. There's gonna be a bigger thing on interest, but your monthly payment will be cheaper, even though you'll be paying more for the vehicle overall. Because in all fairness, that's exactly what that is.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how that
probably
works.
is what they do.
The
Knowing
more money
Mike,
you're
though-
able to pay sooner, the cheaper your car is. But then, you know, big ballers just be like, I want that car sold market price.
No, it's
If
all about
people
the
who
credit
buy
score,
houses
man.
and
It's
rent
all
them
about the
out.
credit score.
It's all about...
I've seen a
For our
credit score
non-American
drop.
listeners, here in this country, we use credit scores to get stuff.
Bro, Skye, I have no idea what the you just said.
No, I know what you just said. I don't think it needs to be.
I said
It's like
for those not in America, we use credit scores to get stuff in this country. Not an F-bomb, my guy. When is credit score equals, oh, I'm going to say the F word. Knowing myself, I would probably have like a voice for selling stuff, but I wouldn't know how the hell to do it. And I hate my voice, so that's probably a lie too.
That's fine. Bro, like, on God, though, vehicles
on God.
are like, they're traps, alright? Even, you could have a really nice car, you could have a shitty car. Most of us are good buy on just legal car. It's up to date on some things. Other things could be fixed or replaced, but aren't necessary. I have 2 out of 3 mirrors. I'm good.
That is technically what you need.
Because, like, you know, you're balling on a budget. You just drop, like, you used to get a vehicle for $2,000. Now it's like, you need like 4 or 5 grand to get, like, a decent, cheap vehicle. And, like, if it's not friends or family, you have to, like, triple check that car. You have to grab, everybody has that one car friend that it's like, oh yeah, I know cars. I don't. So, like, you know, you grab that friend, you know, while you're, like, about to buy it and be like, just look over it. Because, like,
All right.
I wish I would have had, like, my dad or some shit when I got you guys know I used to have a Toyota Camry, right? It was
Yep.
like a,
But the viewers don't.
well, you know,
They didn't know.
verbal context. It was a gray, I think, 02 or 03 Toyota Camry, and I bought it.
Mhm.
And, like, you know, it drove fine. I was like, sure, I'll take it. Dropped $2,000 on it. Took it to my parents and stuff. I was like, guys, I bought a car. My dad took one look at it. He was like, you know, your right rear calipers are, like, digging into your tire? I was like, son of a like, and so I had to drop a couple $100 to get those fixed. And you can't even fix one. It's one of those things where you have to fix both
You
sides.
do all of them.
Not all of them, but, you know, both sides.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. And then, you know, he's like, you know, your tread on your tires should be fine. I really wish you would have brought me and stuff. And I was like, I would have wished I brought you too, Dad. I did.
Me too.
Because I dropped $2,000 on the car. Ended up having to put, like, another, I think, $1,500 into it. Which, you know, I got money back from the previous vehicle. So it's whatever. But, like, my dad either would have had me get a different car or would have talked that price way down. So, like,
Oh yeah.
anytime you buy a vehicle, have a car person. But if you're balling, you just buy a new car. You lease a new car. It's whatever to you. As you can tell, we are not living like Larry.
Living like Larry. I tell you what, I wish I was living like Larry. That man buff as hell. Like,
I'm trying to get
That's like-
buff. Like, I don't
that's
care
like
about
Desmond?
slimming down. I mean, I just want to look good. All right, I don't. You know, I have a belly, and I know girls are like into dad bods, but I look myself in the mirror. And I'm like, I could do better.
I'll tell you right now. Like, Larry is the personification of Desmond, or Desmond is the personification of Larry. He's very top heavy, super muscular, but then you look at his legs, and you're like, oh my.
Could see it.
Skip leg
Buckshot
day.
from Sly Cooper.
What?
Wait, who? Oh, Mugshot. Okay,
Thank
Mugshot
you,
is
Devin, for realizing what I said.
yeah.
Skye, you're
Mugshot
quiet,
is like one of the
and
main.
I also have never played Sly Cooper.
Well,
He's
I
one of
know
the main.
you
He's one of the
didn't.
main villains that pops up like through most of the game.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Me and the rest of our viewers are completely confused.
I said it mainly for Devin because I figured Devin would get in this and be like, "Oh my gosh, that's what
I
this
guess
person's heading
realistically-
towards
Alright.
if he keeps it
They're
up."
not
I got you, I
viewers,
got you.
and they're listeners.
You keep
Okay,
saying
so-
viewers. It's like, that's
can check
whatever.
For the
I'll
listeners
tell you what.
that are clueless, Mugshot is a villain from the first Sly Cooper game that came out back on PS2, and he's this bulldog with massive freaking arms that he uses to walk. Because when he worked out, he focused so much on his top, he didn't do any leg day stuff at all. So they're just like noodly freaking twigs.
Needless to say, his top game is
It's normal.
I'm gonna go ahead and look this dude
his
up.
noise. Hold on. I'm actually sending you guys a photo.
Tell me why
Like,
he looks
I-
like a Ben 10 villain.
Oh my god,
Dude,
you're right.
low-key, he could be.
Bro, I feel like you could make anybody a Ben 10 villain.
All right. You guys ready? I'm sending it to you.
Yep, that's him.
I know it's him. I
Is that-
searched mugshots like Cooper.
I'm sending
Well,
you guys
it
like
could
a
show
very
up like a
special-
mugshot of Sly Cooper. You know, like the
This right
police
here.
picture thing. Meh.
This is
I
like
feel
the
like
main
the
thing
internet
right here.
knows better.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking there. Why'd you send it twice?
That's probably
did it
just
send
internet.
twice? My bad. Yeah.
Bro,
That's
he's
actually
strutting
what
his
it was.
stuff. He was like,
No, literally.
look at my forearms. Look at my forearms.
That's Desmond right there. Genuinely. No, I told Desmond the day that he tries to go running, he's gonna be running while doing a handstand. You know, he's just gonna be sitting there on his arms. He's gonna outrun me too. Like that's how bad it is.
He's gonna
Like, we both
outrun
suck
you
at
with
running.
his arms? I would let it happen, look at my clipboard, and say, well, you're disqualified because you didn't use your legs. Devin wins by default.
Ooh.
I'm thinking.
Hey,
That's what I'm thinking.
that's all you got to do. That's why I have that college education, man, because I think about that kind of No,
Command
Desmond
/
literally
run execute.
Desmond's gonna be that guy that he's out there. He's just gonna literally push the earth away from him. He doesn't even need to run, bro.
You're talking about him like he's Superman, but he ain't shit.
Hey, he's super enough for me. For
He's
the
super
record,
enough for
for
you.
the people who don't know, I almost said Superman. Desmond is my younger brother.
Superman
Now
is my younger brother?
Superman.
Bro, this dude from Krypton, let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
I was
My
at
man,
school
like-
one day. This mother crash landed. I was like, shit, what do I do? I'd be like, you can get an education. He's like, awesome. And I'm like, it's not.
It's not.
I mean, go to school.
you know what?
Don't do drugs. Drink milk.
Hey, I did that, and look at me now, colorblind.
You can't look at it. It's a podcast on Spotify.
And other
Spotify,
places.
Twitch, Spotify, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter.
We're going to upload the entire podcast on Twitter. They get a link.
But
That's it.
it's gonna be in 10-minute sections. We're gonna break it down to 30.
We'll have
We would have 6 parts.
You gotta take out the funniest moments.
That's YouTube
I did
Shorts.
past math.
TikTok,
YouTube.
but I'm not downloading that.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, for the record, if I had to say any of them are my preference, Twitch. You know what to do, man.
If
You also
Twitch
know what
could
it
stop
can't
breaking their
do.
site, that'd be good.
You know what to do.
This guy, you said you know what it can't do?
No, I said if only they would stop breaking their site.
That's fine.
And their app, actually, too, now that I think about them.
Now that I think about it.
Now that I think about it.
Now that I think about it, I think it's time we bring up something new.
While you guys think of
guys.
something new, I do want to say that Troublesome Conversationalist is a proud partner of W Energy. W Energy makes energy drink and hydration flavor mix to make that pick-me-up that much better. Go to w.gg, that's DUBBY.gg, and go ahead and pick out your favorite flavors and products, because they have shirts, hats, and other cool apparel. You make sure you use code TCTalks for 10% off your purchase. That is TCTALKS for 10% off. And I actually have some ordered, so if it comes within a week, you'll see it or hear about it on next week's podcast.
Oh boy, I better go get my own WGG stuff.
The joke
Dude,
is,
now
he
that
does.
you guys keep talking about it, I'm about to sit here and look it up and just start hooking myself up.
Dude, they have I already know what flavor you're gonna get, so let me just preach it to you because I ordered it. They have a flavored called Dragonade, which sounds cool. It sounds like dragon lemonade, and
it sounds like dragon fruit and lemonade. I'd be down for that.
That actually is what it is.
That's exactly what
Dude,
it is.
dragon fruit is one of my favorite things. Man, look at that. W's already got me sold. I'm on there.
Okay,
I'm on that
so
team.
I've had their sample pack because I bought a shaker and a sample pack of their stuff because I wanted to try it. Because I'm also partnered with them too, but just away from here. This one is my friends.
No, when you talk on here, you talk TC Talks. You don't talk none of that other stuff.
I'm not sharing my code, you dingus.
That's code
'Cause I'm part
TC
of this.
Talks
General
or
Talk.
perish.
Okay, then redacted
Yeah,
that
right.
info.
We all about the TC talks around here.
Not
If it actually is
PC.
a big deal, I
TC.
hope you can. If it actually is a big deal, I hope you can edit that out because I don't want anyone. I don't want you
Oh,
to
this
get
is
mad at me.
staying in. This is content.
It's all there.
content.
Oh God, you're
forever.
mad at me.
It's there on
I ordered one of their
Keep bringing
cups
it up.
too. I did the whole shebang. And after I, ordered stuff, they were like, "Oh, hey, thanks for ordering stuff. Limited time offer. You want this other hydration mix for 40% off?" I was like, "Say less." So I got 2 powders coming in.
Holy hell, you're lucky. I didn't get that.
Well,
Lucky.
I'm gonna look it up right now because I'll tell you exactly what the other flavor I got.
We'll have to try some next time I'm over.
So what I did was, when I got accepted, I had purchased the sample pack, and it came with their 3 signature flavors: Dub Sludge, Dragonade, and Galaxy
I'm not gonna
Grenade.
lie. I thought you said something completely different, and I'll
Dragon
just
Age
type
or-
it in chat.
For
Galaxy
context,
Grenade sounds
I'm
like a
getting
really
their
Are you talking
monkey
about
mat.
Are you talking about Dub Sludge? It's pretty much green apple, and it's a really good flavor. It's my favorite. Yes, it sounds weird. It sounds weird. Yes, that name I do not like. I will full-heartedly say it. They need to change that name. But the flavor is good. I like the flavor of it.
Side note. The other powder is Monkey Madness Hydro Hydration Drink Tub, and it's caffeine free. So when your boy is trying to lift some weights, I'm gonna be drinking that and see how it goes.
Yeah, actually, do let me know. I've been thinking about trying to work out a little bit here and there. So, because there's like a couple gyms nearby I could go to. So,
I
I
work
want to get a
out.
partnership with water. That's what I really want.
Your local water distribution plant.
Devin's over. Why
Stay
do I gotta put
hydrated or
stuff
die.
in my water?
You said what,
oh
John?
God, now that he's brought it up.
Devin's over here like, why do I gotta put stuff in my water? Why can't I just have water?
Why can't
See,
I just be water?
I
I know I'm 75% water, but I could be 100% water, like right now.
even when you're in water, you're still not 100% water.
I know.
Oh
Ain't that
my
crazy?
God.
And
No.
I think it still keeps the hydration. They got to be doing something that it doesn't take away, because usually flavored anything, or whether it's powder or bought from the store, usually flavored anything water still technically is not better than water and does have some takeaways. I'm assuming this, water straight would be better, but it's supposed to add flavor and make water less boring. So that's my assumption. We'll know
water
next
Also,
week.
it's not made with sugar, by the way. So it is for anyone who, for some reason, is not trying to do a sugar thing. You can have the drinks and be fine.
Longest sponsored segment ever.
Oh no, I think now we're just talking about it. Like,
No,
there was
Yeah,
this
we're
one-
basically talking about it. It's not sponsored.
We're gonna
anymore.
talk about it
honestly,
more
It's
next
just
week,
chat about it.
because I think next
honestly,
week.
all deals aside, like this is what you can expect from us troublesome conversationalists.
Because we're
Still
gonna
feels
keep
like
it
a
real.
lot.
We're not gonna be like, you should buy it because we said so. We're like, we're buying it, but also they're supporting us, so we're gonna see what it's all about. That sort of deal.
That's my
Realistically,
mentality when it comes to this stuff. I try
If you
it.
think
If I
about
don't like it, no way. Plain and simple.
we started talking about the end of the world, and now we're here talking about energy drinks that you mix in the water.
And
This is
it would make the end of the world that much more fun.
It would. I mean, think about it.
It's fair.
You could
And
you get these little things, and you could ration your energy drinks instead of just open up a can. Like if you open up a can, the can's open. You gotta finish it there. It's pointless.
it comes in tubs, so it's that shit's resealable. And
You could ration it. Back on the end of the world talk, like if you open up an energy drink, just crack it open, crack open a can. If you don't finish it there, it's gonna go flat later, and you're not gonna want it later.
and I was
I'd
gonna
want
say,
you later.
maybe we talk more about this next week once we've actually tried some, or at least I
That's
have.
right.
Because next week we're talking dubs, so anime and dub energy. A little bit of a theme, even though we said we were gonna be unstructured. But we'll see where it goes.
Next thing we'll know, we'll be talking about potato farmers.
Dude, I'm a potato farmer like
Dude.
right now.
Have you guys ever wanted to try planting some stuff? See if you could like grow it and then just have like a fresh supply?
Not in an apartment.
Yeah, 100%. Wait, what?
Maybe after the end of the world, sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course, I mean like not an apartment type of thing, but still like, have you ever wanted to still try it?
I feel like I would just lose interest. Yeah, probably.
You did it for one day. You're
I
like,
feel
where's
like-
my food?
I feel like it's more satisfying doing stuff like that, you know? There's something about it where you're just like, man, I made this. This is mine. It's like having your first child, and then you're just like, man, I hate it afterwards.
You're like, screw
Not that
your
I-
tomatoes. My tomatoes be bussin'. I hate tomatoes.
Well,
That's
Why did I
actually
do
what
this?
I've heard. I've heard that some homegrown stuff can be better than like stuff you get
Actually,
like
yeah.
stores catered to getting like the freshest stuff.
It is great.
Now, I don't know what
But
having a
too much
child
effort.
is like, but I know what it's like to be abandoned.
It's like, nothing's fresher than right outside your door in your garden.
All right, guys, we'll come back next week after Devin's therapy.
After my therapy.
Hi, welcome to therapy. What seems to be the issue? My dog.
Dude, let me tell you, my dog.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
you know,
looking
forget
for
the
what
dog. The
happened.
birds, bro. It's the birds. For the record, I have 4 birds back at home. Like, I have 2 with me in general. And 2 of them are back at home, is what I should be saying.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, like 4 birds total, and it doesn't stop there. You know,
See, Devin, they say home is where the heart is, and you left that years ago.
I know. Ain't that the truth? No. Honestly, like I followed my heart, and it left me in student loans.
Only student loans.
Only
And
student
4
loans.
birds.
Oh yeah, and like 4 birds more than I used to have.
Are we gonna talk about how much you dropped on the dog and like
Oh,
let's say
don't even get me started with the
relationship costs?
in general, like within this past year, I've spent at least $6,000 on the relationship costs.
Is that including or not including the dog?
That's including the dog.
Okay.
So, but the dog was only half of.
Yeah, taking care of a dog is hard work.
Hey, being in a relationship is
Well-
expensive, but you know what?
No, really,
Honest-
I thought it was the cheapest thing in the world. Just do the thing and then relationship. Boom.
Skye,
All
are
right.
you making fun
On
of
that
me?
note,
Skye,
On
what
that note-
experience?
sure. Actually, would love to start talking about that. However,
However.
we are getting to that time, and if we are going to call it hour-long podcast, perhaps we should figure out some closers.
Dibs on last.
You know, I respect that. I honestly think that we are like dragging on just a little bit. I've enjoyed having this time and just being able to talk with everybody and just, you know,
Because
getting
like,
some good discussion.
yeah, when's the last time we just sat down and just talked? You know, like we always got like little bits here and there, stupid stuff in the group chat, play games, but like just sit and talk and bullshit.
That's the point of this podcast, my guy.
And, like,
Hey.
The listeners at home, you're part of the conversation too. You can't say anything, and this is all pre-done, but you too
Damn it.
can be there.
Just respond to
Pre-done.
us.
It's pre-done for now.
I mean-
Whenever we leave something open-ended, you just, oh yeah, you feel it.
Oh, so we leave silence then for like certain questions. That way they
Yeah.
could answer it, and then we
We
react.
just ignored the questions we don't want to answer.
I'm totally down for Dora the Explorer.
You know, me too, honestly.
Didn't you already say, like, what does the audience think about Fallout and stuff? We
then we
reply.
swing.
We will reply. So, like,
Honestly, yeah, it'd be a fun time.
No, honestly, if you leave any sort of comments, if you ask us any kind of questions, we are happy to respond to them.
this is episode
we
1. So you ask a question, we're going to look down there and be like, man, there's so much to choose from. And then just choose your one question.
Realistically.
Do we
If-
do a
if
thing
you
where like
are- If you're listening and you stay to this point and you leave us questions, well, you're the GOAT right now. That's it. That's what we want.
And if you know us personally and you're like, man, what do I got to do to get on this podcast? Probably not much.
Probably not much.
we might tell some people no, just pick and choose. But like I feel like we'd be down if like one of our other places was like, hey man, that was a pretty good podcast. Can I join? And be like, no, but thanks.
I like how everybody's impression of someone else in the group just sounds the same.
Oh, here, I got you. Actually, I needed to correct you on the Fallout, because actually what would happen... Shut the heck
do we do a thing where like if we somehow get comments, we pick the funniest one and read it out on the podcast?
How
No, honestly, we
were
could
our
honestly
viewers
take
send
them
us
down and read them out.
such things?
I mean, yeah, we would read out the questions, but what were you saying, John?
How should our viewers send us questions, comments, concerns?
That is an excellent question. You can go ahead and follow us on Twitter at, dude, I don't even know our socials. Let me go ahead and check the Discord. Social links at, TC_podcast69. Nice. You can add us on Twitter. We'll answer questions there. You can find us on twitch.tv/TC Podcast Live whenever we decide to start live streaming. And you can go ahead and find our YouTube channel, Troublesome Conversationalists. And if we get more, you'll hear about it. And we also have a Discord, which we will send out links to once we start getting listeners.
Traction.
So,
I think with
cover all
that
the
being said, this
bases?
is a good place to call it.
Yeah.
Extra
thank
30
you guys for
minutes for
tuning in.
bullshit.
I know. Thank you for tuning in, guys. And honestly, thank you guys. Like, it was honestly a lot of fun talking to you guys. I just wanted to
Oh, dude,
I can't wait for next
I'm so
week.
happy that we're like here together. It's just like,
Like, when's
I
the
would
last
love to
time we
talk,
set
you know?
aside time to just be together? Like,
know,
sure,
that's what
now
I'm
we
saying,
have
like,
to
I'm
do it
so-
once a week, but, it's not for the sake of. This is, this is passion project. This is because we want to.
Yeah, this is honestly just an excuse to talk more.
Just so your girlfriend
But
doesn't have to
it is
bother
for
you
me.
for an hour.
No. What do you mean? I love my girlfriend. I'm happy with she and I are a team. We work together.
If you need help, blink
We-
twice.
I can't blink.
She's
Like,
holding
you're
me at
digging your
gunpoint.
I don't think you're doing anything but digging your own grave.
I know, right?
Put down the
Ain't
shovel.
nothing
Put
true.
down the shovel. Final thoughts, Skye?
This was honestly really fun, and I look forward to not only doing next week's episode, but future episodes. And
Oh, so he already said, I'm also showing up next week. Okay.
Now it's expected.
Great. Now we have to put him
now
on
you
or
gotta
else.
show up.
bet,
Or
I'll do it.
else.
I'll show up.
John,
Bet.
you need to
All
take
right.
it
I got
out.
you.
Any last words though?
This has been really fun, and I can't wait to see where this podcast goes. And I hope all of you really enjoyed the podcast and just had a fun time listening to us goof off and fool around like friends usually do.
John, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Honestly, it was just an interesting group of topics to talk about. I was down just to talk about any of it. It's nice hanging out with you guys, you hippies, if you will.
Devin, final thoughts?
I missed hearing you call us hippies on me.
I
really
can't say
missed
it
that.
enough. I can't say it enough. I'm just happy to be with you guys, and I'm happy for us to be able to put our ideas out there and have some troublesome conversations with some troublesome conversationalists.
It'd be like that.
Alex, final thoughts?
They'd be like-
thank you. You know, now that you mention it, proceeds to talk for a half hour. No, I thought this was a really fun idea, and I'm excited to just keep at it, because whether or not this becomes bigger or not, I just enjoy this. I enjoy being able to commit to something, and not only be a part of it myself, but have my buddies there too, because it just makes it that much sweeter. And I love you guys. Episode 1. I love you guys. It's not the alcohol talking.
And we just close it with that.
And we just close it with that? Alright, then
Close it with that.
till next week, TC talks out.